Hello to all my day drinkers out there. I'm MartiniPictures, and welcome back to Valkyria Chronicles. Let's see what we have in store. The last time I left it off, it was the end of a mission, but it started up a different event instead of starting up a chapter. Let's find out. Let's find out after we've done some other stuff. People must hate me. Oh well.
Out there.
Yes, sir. What is it? You learned all units attack. This order raises all allies' anti-personnel attack power. Got it. You learned all units aim. This order raises all allies' accuracy. Ooh. They're all level 10. What does that mean? Wasn't I supposed to get something? Someone told me that I was supposed to get something after they get past level 10. Let's get an armor upgrade for 9,000. Nothing new for the grenades. And expand capacity. I think this might be worth the investment. I guess I could do this now. I have the 50,000 needed. And then this will come later, I guess. This is probably not worth the investment, but oh well. The tank destroyer was added for the weaponry tab. Nothing new in the glossary section. And we got a new medal the last time. There you go. Just in case.
Report. Squad 7's R&R.
Episode 1, A Warrior's Respite.
Figured this has got to be big if they put out an emergency call, right?
Oh. Back into the field again? Militia ever heard of time off?
I'm sorry to have called you here so early. I had news for Squad 7 of a pressing nature. The higher-ups were watching, both during your recovery of the princess and elsewhere. In recognition of those accomplishments, you and I are being granted special leave.
Ooh!
That's great news.
Are you serious?
Music to my ears.
How wonderful.
There's more. We've been granted access to a stretch of shoreline owned by House Randbreeze.
House Randbreeze owns a stretch of shoreline?
In other words, our orders are to cut loose and relax on a posh private beach.
No way. That princess really knows how to up the morale, don't she?
The whole place to ourselves. Talk about luxury.
Hey, but what should I do? I don't own a swimsuit.
Then come on, let's go shopping. I'll pick out something nice for you.
Okay.
Wow, it's been years, huh? This should be fun though, Ys.
Yes. Very.
We'll leave as soon as you're ready. You've earned this break. Enjoy it. Dismissed.
New episode has been added, A Beachside Holiday, Episode 2.
Wow, you can really tell this is a private beach. It's beautiful. The water's so blue. There's not many places this well preserved around anymore. Look at those white wings.
Hi, Welkin. This, swimsuit was Rosie's idea. Really, I tried to tell her no. I wasn't sure I could pull it off. What do you think?
Dork.
Do I look okay?
It's great, actually. Great.
You mean it?
Huh? Yeah. That is... You're as pretty as a white-winged gull.
I look like a seagull?
Yeah. Those wings are just gorgeous.
Okay, so that was a compliment?
Listen, this is a nature boy.
The white
Run away with it.
is just about my favorite bird.
Okay. Then thanks, Welkin.
Someone's taking this private beach thing a little too literally. It's already hot enough as it is.
Rosie!
Don't try to pretend. You picked the raciest suit just for the lieutenant. The nerve of some girls.
Rosie, you're the one who told me to get it.
Whoa,
Okay,
come on.
someone's going in the water.
Okay. Don't lose your top.
Hey! Hey, Welks.
Oh, hey, Ace. You having fun?
I am.
Been a
So
while
is
since
Largo
we've
not
come to
coming
the
at all?
beach, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be carrying all the stuff, isn't he? He's just gonna
That
be...
reminds me. Weren't you afraid of the water, Ace? I remember you clinging to that floaty Porcavian. We tried to drag you out and you started bawling.
Welkin. I was barely a toddler then.
Right, sorry. You must be a great swimmer by now.
That's none of your business.
So then, whatever did happen to Largo? Let's see. Episode 3, Days Forever Gone.
Welks! Here goes, Welkin.
Ah!
I'm very confused about this. This is the one. This is the part that should have. Nah, never mind.
And down goes the boss. Man, those kids get too much energy.
You're sounding like an old man, Largo.
What? I ain't that old.
Oh, no? Then why did you just sound like my grandfather,
Yeah. You sure you don't want to go for a swim? I thought you liked that.
Nobody wants to see me running around in a skimpy suit like those kids. Not at my age.
Whatever you say, Granny. You're no better than I am, are you?
You haven't changed a bit since the day you enlisted. You still can't recognize a joke.
And you still got a mouth on you. Think I'd keel over if that changed.
Thank you for the lovely compliment.
Come to think of it, didn't we all go to the beach just after we enlisted?
Yes, we had a big seashell hunt competition. I don't think you found a single one.
I remember. Yeah, that was a wild time. Then Frederick winds up soaked to the bone.
Largo. No Frederick stories.
Oh, hey. I'm sorry.
No. I should apologize. I'm going for a little walk.
Well,
So that explains where Largo was and where Eleanor was. But who's Frederick? Was he Eleanor's like husband or boyfriend at the time? Episode 4, An Awkward Pair.
Ace, over here! Pass the ball over here!
Isara! Nail him! Go! Okay. Alright. Hans, did I hit you with that? I'm so sorry.
Alright, then
She nailed the pig.
yeah.
All by yourself, huh? Why don't you go join them?
Nah, she's trying to get the sun, I guess.
Nah, that's not my thing. Always have to play it cool, huh? So what, did your journalist duties call you to the beach, or are you just bored?
Got me there. If I'm spending a day at the beach, I'd rather be with my boyfriend.
Oh ho ho! You got yourself a boy, do ya? Color me jealous.
Right? But there's times when I feel envious of you all, too. I interviewed a good chunk of Galia's army, but I didn't see any other units like yours. True comrades. The bond you guys have is really a cut above the rest.
I wonder why that is.
I Get over there already. They're all waiting for you.
Well, I could take pity on him. And it's not like chatting with an old married lady is any fun.
You're a piece of work.
All right, guys, make room for me.
Oh, a promising contender joins the fray. Rosie, think you could pair up with Isara?
What? Sure, fine. Isara, pull your weight or you're swimming.
Okay, I'll do my best, Rosie.
All right, throw the ball, Isara.
Okay.
God, don't hit me with it. You're supposed to throw it that way.
Rosie, did I hit you with that? I'm so sorry.
And with that, the personnel tab was updated. Weird. But who was it? Oh my god, there's a lot. Welkin, what was he updated about? Okay, so nothing of the actual, like, text was changed, but you get an outfit change for Welkin. Nothing changed for Alicia, but you probably get her... Yeah. You get her swimsuit as well. Nothing changed for the text of Isara. Oh, there she is in her swimsuit. Huh. I would have thought Largo and Captain Virat would have changed a little bit. Nothing changed for hers. But there she is in her swimsuit. Hans didn't change outfit, but I think the second section was added. See, most at home, nestled into a snug space, he often attempted to burrow his way into Isara's shawl or Alicia's scarf, much to ladies' displeasure. Huh. Let's visit the second report. Parting ways. Suspicion. Welkin's thinking about something.
Sir, may I come in?
Grease, any results on that thing I asked you to look into?
Yes, sir. For starters, this bullet you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Its shape and markings perfectly match rounds used by an experimental Gallian sniper rifle.
I see. So Alicia really was shot by someone inside the Gallian force. So, any leads on who fired it?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Grease.
The night before the shooting, records show Lieutenant Lanzet checked out the rifle.
What? Faldio had the gun? Are you sure that's not some mistake?
It's rare for a tank commander to ask for a sniper rifle, so the clerk remembered it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be pretty odd. I mean, Welkin has the rifle, like the normal rifle, but that's just in case of emergency. Sniper rifle's a little bit different.
Sir, only 2 of those rifles exist right now. One is confirmed to be locked in the arsenal. The other was checked out to Lieutenant Lanzet and has yet to be returned. I can't. It's hard for me to believe, too.
Faldio? It couldn't be.
Yeah, this is kind of what I expected to occur. Episode 2, Truth.
Hey, Faldio. You in? I guess not. Notes on the Valkyrian race. The anthropology of the Valkyrie. Maybe he was reading up on the enemy.
Or he was reading up on your friend.
This is his handwriting. Alicia must be made to awaken. What?
Alicia must be made to awaken. No matter how much I try, I can think of no other way. I almost wish I had never joined them on that expedition to the Barius ruins. I'm convinced that the inner chamber was built to admit only Valkyria. But the that door opened at her touch. That could only mean that the blood of their tribe courses through her veins. Still, I was shocked to find her bathed in that uncanny light that night in the field. Though I doubted my eyes, I never once doubted. That light was the Valkyrian blue flame. Ultimately, I had no choice but to accept the simple truth that Alicia is one of them. I'd already begun to question all I knew. The walls of the temple sanctum were inscribed with the Valkyrier's account of history. History as it truly was.
I'm wondering, why did he write this? Was this supposed to be like a note, like, to the rest of everyone's squad?
We are all taught of the Darkson calamity, and how their actions forever scorched the land.
Like, was he planning just to leave, up and leave, but leave this as like a note of what had happened?
But this account told a different story.
Uh-oh.
The Valkyrie invaded this land from the north, slaying the indigenous Darkson people as they came. Their grasp of Ragnite technology and the art of war were vastly superior. They trained the destructive power of Ragnite on the Darkson's land, burned it to ash, then had the gall to pass the blame for their inhuman deeds off on their Darkson slaves.
Huh.
Darksons have borne that stigma ever since, while the Valkyrie became godlike saviors.
See, like, I thought that, because the Darksons didn't have the ability to do that.
The victors simply rewrote the history books.
Yeah.
The Barrius ruins promulgate a lie to all but their own descendants as hard fact. Reading about the Valkyrie's power, the true face of these saviors, left me stunned. Yet at the same time, I cannot help but think of how useful it could be to us now.
Okay, this is where he's starting to lose me, because that mentality's kinda iffy.
Since then, I've investigated every text and report on the Valkyrie I could find. They lead me to believe that at least a few scions of the Valkyrie must have survived to this day. All across Europa, these rare individuals live and die unaware of their own nature. But history has recorded rare cases of individuals who have awakened to their powers. Their stories share one common thread. All of them suffered grave wounds before awakening.
Okay, before awakening. So does that mean that they can use their powers whenever they want after they've been killed?
The blood of the Valkyrie stirs at the approach of death. Their power, having slept for thousands of years, bursts awake at one step shy of the end. Once awakened, if one of these individuals takes hold of the refined Ragnite arms of their ancestors, they make their mark on history as one of the Valkyrie of old. I couldn't stop myself. I stole the Valkyrian lance and shield out of the university archive.
So that's where he got it.
Their blood
Okay.
serves to amplify the Ragnite's natural power. I have no idea what science lies behind it. Perhaps it's a consequence of their origins in the Ragnite-rich northern regions. Regardless of the reason, the Valkyria's life force itself calls forth a reaction from the stone. The enemy Valkyria decimated our forces on the Magyar plains. I could not afford to stay my hand on account of ethics. I had the rifle, and I forced myself to use it. I shot her. I placed the lance and shield on her unconscious form. I was racked with insecurity and guilt, hands red with blood of my best friend's love.
So at least there is a lot of remorse in what he is writing.
But now I know. The choice I made was right.
Oof, maybe not that line.
Valdio! Hello, Lieutenant Gunther. Is something wrong? Valdio, where is he? Sir, Captain Virat just called him in. He left only a minute ago.
Episode 3, Confrontation. I mean, the ends don't really justify the means of this situation. although it did aid in the victory of the last battle, and it might aid in the victory of future battles, but it was just brought out in such a horrific way. Ugh. Faldio's about to have his shit beaten in.
Faldio, I'm only going to ask you this once. Was it you who shot Alicia?
Yeah. I shot her.
Yep.
Tell me why. Why did you have to shoot her?
The people. Gallia needed her. Now let me ask you a question. How else do you think we could have won that battle? If not for Alicia's power, Gallia would have most certainly lost.
I still can't.
And not just this battle. I'm talking about Gallia's future. How else are we supposed to survive Welkin, caught on either side by giants? It's Alicia, our Valkyria. She's the only one who can protect us from them.
Wrong. Our side gaining power won't end this war. All it does is escalate the conflict.
That's enough. Listen to each other. You may both be right, but still, you're both very wrong. I don't claim to have the perfect answer either. However, regardless of the reason, attacking one of your own comrades is deplorable. By Gallian military law, I remand you to the stockade until further notice, Faldio. And you, Welkin. 24 hours in isolation for engaging in fisticuffs.
Chapter 15. Citadel Ghirlandaio.
Look at the size of this chapter. Oh boy. Looks like I'll save that for a future day, because I don't have enough time to do half of this. In the meantime, I can check out everything that was updated for us. So, Alicia's outfit was also added to a section saying, born of unknown parentage and raised in an orphanage, she was unaware of her own heritage until a bullet wound at Nagyar woke the Valkyrian blood within her. Interesting. Well, not exactly interesting if I already knew about it, but, you know, regardless. Despite his often grim countenance, Zaka has a kind, gentle heart. Much of his free time in the labor camps was spent entertaining the children. Okay, so the only thing for Leon was probably entrusted with outfitting the Shamrock. Leon soon converted Zaka's tank into a reflection of his own personality, quick and flighty as a bird. That's why it has so much more distance and why it's so fast to move. So that's really cool to find out that he designed it, that Zaka's main source of weaponry is actually different from any other tank ever, because Leon made it accustomed to himself. I don't really remember how far back this was, so I'm just going to read it up to a certain point. As heir to a noble house with roots back to medieval times, Borg long played an active role in politics, often clashing with the Archduke's progressive views. Upon the Archduke's demise, he led the aristocracy in a takeover, becoming Prime Minister. His policies since have benefited the nobility exclusively. Though the success of his grandfather as a general helped him rise through the ranks with uncommon speed, rumors abound that he lacks the requisite competence. I think I've read that before. Faldio was among the chain of up-and-coming officers Damon brought home as a potential suitors for his daughter, but was soon rejected for his low birth. What? So Faldio was picked for this. This guy picked Faldio to wed his daughter, and he was fine with his looks, but when he found out that he was of, like, I don't want to say, he was born into, like, poverty. I don't want to say poverty because he was at least, like, middle low class at least. But that's the reason that he was rejected. I really do not like this guy. Actually, a set of triplets named Mina, Gina, and Fina, all of whom are currently militia what the fuck? They are often seen socializing with Vice and Ica. That's so weird. So, at any point, we could have had Mina, Gina, or Fina. Or are they all stationed to different rank, or, groups? Like, is there only one medic per squad? Silvaria enjoyed cooking as a meditative exercise, and strove to recapture the taste of her mother's cooking that lingered within her memories. She's got a kind heart, and she's fighting for what she believes is right. It's not like she's doing it in spite of trying to harm others. Probably the last section, maybe. Freed by Maximilian, he agreed to lend the young commander his keen eye for strategy in exchange for a promise that Firald would be restored its autonomy. Weaponry tab, Dromedarius was updated. Glossary was updated for the Barius Ruined Sanctum. Undiscovered until quite recently, the Barius Temple hides within it an inner sanctum, thought to be accessible only to descendants of the Valkyria. The interior takes the form of a massive spiral staircase winding down over 50 meters below the surface around a large column. Along the outer wall, further writings etched in the ceremonial script detail the truth behind the War of the Valkyria. As immigrants from the north with advanced Ragnite technology, the Valkyria easily defeated the indigenous Darksons and succeeded in the conquest of Europa. The Barius Temple served to disseminate a false history of the masses, while the truth of what happened was passed down to their descendants alone. The Gallian Tribune was also updated. Here's Clash at Magyar concludes. You can read this if you want. And the refugee issue crosses borders.
Da-da-da-da! I've got new material.
Yes, you do. Of course you do. Holy shit! Apparently she's got quite a bit. Signs of Awakening. It was on Alicia. What Lies Beyond Hate is about Captain Virat. And Flower of the Battlefield is about Welkin. Huh. I could purchase this thing on Alicia now, but I want to go in order. I don't want to, like, disturb the peace of anything. And with that, I think I'll have to peace out for this recording, just because it's gonna take a lot of time that I do not have for today, unfortunately, to get into the next chapter. Chapter 15, Citadel Giralandio. Dao? Jiao? Diao? Daoi? Yowie?